Amen, choir. That was beautiful. Thank you all. So it's time now for our children's message, and I suspect most of our kids are off on Thanksgiving vacation. They get the whole week off of school. I never did. But we've got maybe at least one child here, and there might be some kids watching online. So here's a very quick children's message for you. First of all, it is Thanksgiving week, so what better time to think about all of the things that we are grateful for? And it's a great time to make a gratitude list. Has anyone ever made a gratitude list out there? I bet some of you have. Yeah, a lot of you. Good. You know, we can start with the obvious, like our family, our friends, our pets, God's love, food to eat, lots of good Thanksgiving food to eat this week, a home, a bed. And it helps us to remember that some people don't have those things, and that we are called to help people who are in greater need than us. But you know, I encourage you to take that gratitude list a little further and start thinking about the things that are a little less obvious. So I was thinking about this morning while I was brushing my teeth, and I thought, I'm really grateful for toothpaste. You know, and it made me wonder, I wonder when toothpaste was invented. So I Googled it, and it was like the late 1800s that people had been using tooth powders before then, and then some dentists decide, well, I think I'm gonna try mixing this tooth powder with soap. I can't imagine the first toothpaste tasted very good. So then I thought, well, I'm really glad for minty fresh toothpaste that tastes yummy. And then I thought, in my Googling, I discovered that ancient Egyptians actually cleaned their teeth. There's evidence of that, but they used things like pumice stones and ash. I can't imagine those were minty fresh at all. Yeah. So very grateful for toothpaste and for those dentists that came up with that idea in the first place. And, a good toothpaste can carry for your teeth for many, many years. So that's an important thing. So that's just one kind of silly example. But it gets us to thinking about outside our average everyday life, what are those things that we might otherwise take for granted? Maybe this week is a good time to pause and recognize those things and recognize that we have an opportunity to give thanks for the ordinary things in this life that are still really important and help us live a good life. And I think when we take some time to intentionally practice gratitude, it can bring us joy. It can even bring us new learning. And it can make us more generous to care for those people in need who need our love and support in this world. And that's a big part of what our church is all about, and that's a big part of what our Thanksgiving celebration is all about, so that we can remember how grateful we are for God's deep love and how much we have an opportunity to share that love with others. So that's my prayer for you all this week. Find some gratitude, find some reminders of God's love in your midst, and say thanks. I'm grateful for all of you, that's for sure. All right. Debbie Fitzgerald is our Sunday school teacher today, and if we have some kids who are here, I invite you to head that way now, and I would invite everyone else to turn to hymn number 718. Let us stand and sing.